I decided, because I have a $25 Hannafords card, that I'm gonna go to Hannafords. I'm gonna go into that bitch, regardless of external circumstance. I'm gonna get a half gallon of chocolate milk, some type of spicy popcorn, and possibly some food I can microwave. We are walking through the same graveyard that we had all the Matrix attacks in today. I've been feeling all the energy. It's been fucking me up, because I'm learning so much more about energy. That makes me do so many things, like to be able to sing with compassion and a fire. So to have it stripped away from me daily. Here's some revelations for you guys. Your feelings are conscious entities in this constant stream. You guys are really telling me that you do not go walking outside and feel tug at your feet, tugs at your chest, tugs at your legs. I can't go this way because my bike won't fit. You're telling me you don't feel a tug from other people's minds? I would like to cross. I'm in somebody's property. It looks like it's a house, but it's not a house. Well, I'm crossing. I'm trying to get to the VFW. I thought that I could get to the VFW from here. The building's larger than I expected, so we're going through uncharted territory. And I'm not going to get on my bike and speed away like a normal person. Watch my Native American. No, I don't want to draw any attention to myself. I was going to walk really slowly to show you how quiet I can be. But I don't want people to get the wrong idea. I'm just crossing. If they look outside and they see me looking like a sleuth, like I'm hunting. Oh, it's a food co-op. Oh, shit. I bet they take EBT. Fuck, tomorrow's Labor Day. We have a bunch of Sims characters. There's a guy in a cape. Is that a cape? Is that a vampire? Is that Jon Snow smoking a cigarette? Is that a fur cloak? Is that a legit fur cloak you got on? Look, I'm live streaming. I can't tell what it is. It's just a snotty brat smoking weed. It's a snotty fucking brat from white America here to try to rape the community because they think it's cool. But what would life be if I didn't give you good content? You know that meme where there's the guy standing in the corner? You know that meme where it's the guy standing in the corner and everyone else is at the party and he's just standing there? And it says, they don't know. They don't know I'm rich. They don't know I voted for Kamala. They don't know I got the vaccine. That popped into my head. And it said, they don't know I'll kill them if they try me. Is that a fur cloak? Yeah, so that was just a loser. You got to see him. Y'all got to see him. Here we have, this is called serendipity. where they get in the way. That was like a Sims character. I don't know. So you can see how it was completely empty and now the space is filling up, blocking my trajectory. Because with my eyes, my golden RH negative eyes, everywhere that I look, I'm shooting a beam of light. So for the most part, I can still feel those kids behind me, tugging at me. It won't be as good content, but we're gonna go down the bike path. This is where last year, I'll wait for this car to go. 3, 2, 1. This is where last year I used to sit outside and wait and ask people for gas money. Because I needed to get to Burlington to get more gas money. And there's nothing out here. They don't give you phone cards. They don't give you gas cards. So if you need anything out here, you're fucked. It's just a bunch of whiny rednecks and pretentious teenagers with masculinity issues. And then very wealthy tourists that will pepper spray you. So I've turned my awareness off to function. I don't know if y'all can pick up all the shit that happened in that interaction. But for the most part, that's what I see on a daily basis. It's a lot worse usually. They're usually coming at me and staring at me the whole time. It's weird, I have the reflective shirt on that lights up when the lights hit it. Yet nobody looked at me this time. Usually everywhere I go, everyone's staring at me. We made it to the first neck. It's mostly because, if you can't tell by my voice, that the energy I usually come with was fucked up. They really, really got me lately. It's been bad. But I see it as a growing experience. It's very obvious this is a Matrix day, where nobody can really think. There's no communication. It's all crows screaming, and the air is dense. But I've smoked enough cigarettes that, what the fuck? I know where it is, it's up here. Here we have, this is what you would consider the middle class. But for Vermont, these are the rich. These are the doctors. These are the registered nurses. These guys have money. And I'm just passing through to get to the rail trail. I'm wearing a disguise. I'm wearing armor of the local lumber yard. That adds plus 5 respect when you walk through the faction. I'm in the Stormcloak camp, and I put on the Stormcloak armor so that I get benefits with the local blacksmith, and the raiding parties are non-aggressive. Occasionally you get a vampire like we had earlier. We had a black vampire smoking his weed. And they were laughing, having a great time. And I said, "Is that a fur cloak?" And then he went to kill mode. So I could see that although his skin may be black, his mind has been corrupted by the evil of this Matrix. I'm riding a bike. He was wearing a fur cloak. My culture is not a costume. That's what came to my head when I saw him. I said, are you wearing my Game of Thrones armor? I'm the king in the north and my culture is not a costume. Fuck them kids. We're approaching Hannafords. I have a gas card that's $25 for mobile, and I have a $25 Hannafords card. I'm trying to use that 25 for gas, and somehow I'll find someone that can get me back down to Randolph. Which is about 50 miles away. It's hard, man. I don't know if they ate my manifestations or what, but usually I'm like this giant glowing ball of light. But the past week and a half, since that interaction with the police, I felt gone completely. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks for the music the most part. This is where I told you that there was a guy named George that would show up, and he's been following me kind of my whole life. We wind up in the same areas. He was with me the day before I went into DCF custody on top of the mountain for the rich people. And then the next time I met him, I was on Marshall Avenue, which is my mom's last name. And I had just met Epic Mealtime. And I was living in the back of my Magnum. I was in my Magnum hopeless, trying to write my Magnum opus. I hope that nobody noticed that I'm cold and fucking frozen. Then a fat cop pulled up and said if I don't submit to his will, I'll be molested in a dungeon. Then I got molested in a dungeon. So after all that stuff with George, we raided a homeless Viking camp together, and I stole all the weapons while he distracted them. Unknowingly, he didn't know that I had brought him there to talk to the homeless people because I knew he would talk their ear off. And I used that that's a Dodge Challenger I think I want to buy. I'm seeing all these homeless vibes. The network of the homeless crackheads in the community are hovering over my head. But that church right there, when I left George, I gave him the .22 rifle of the kid that tried to kill me because his Viking ancestors told him to on mushrooms. Here we have some type of joust. Alright, I want to try to hit, so hold up. There we go. Look at that skill. And I took the hatchet and I gave him the .22 because there was just so many police that loved to fuck with me. I knew if I had a .22 rifle, they'd find a way to get me in trouble for it. So I gave it to George. And then